Stop whatever you are doing right now. Taurus, you did not find this video by accident. The exact cosmic cycle you are walking through right now brought you here to this very moment. I can feel the weight of the invisible exhaustion you have been carrying for so long, the silent waiting you have endured while watching everyone else get their turn to be happy. If you click away now, you might miss the very confirmation you have been asking the universe for in your most quiet moments. Because everything you have poured out over the last few years is about to come back to you, and you need to know exactly how to receive it. Think of that heavy tension sitting right between your shoulder blades right now, the sheer emotional exhaustion of always being the one who sustains everyone else. You work twice as hard for half the immediate reward. You constantly wait in silence for your loyalty to be reciprocated, only to be met with empty hands and excuses. But there is a hidden mechanism behind all this delay. For years, every single tear, every unreturned favor, and every silent sacrifice you made was a deposit into a heavy iron vault that you simply didn't have the key to open. It felt like you were just losing things, but the vault was accumulating compound karmic interest, and now the wheel is turning. You will discover why everything you thought you lost was actually being stored in a cosmic vault strictly meant for you. You will understand the specific karmic debt that has finally been cleared from your path, releasing the brakes on your life. You will learn how to identify the exact signs that your tangible harvest is already at your door. You will see why certain people were abruptly removed from your life to make room for this massive payout. And before this message closes, I will say a sentence about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. And you know exactly what I am talking about. Have you ever felt that heavy sinking exhaustion in your bones, as if you have been running a marathon carrying someone else's baggage? As if something inside you whispered that you are destined to always work hard, but never truly enjoy the reward? What if this endless delay isn't a sign of failure, but a signal that the universe was holding back your harvest until a massive karmic debt was finally cleared? While many just complain about their bad luck, few realize that these delays can carry a profound karmic clearing, a protection from wrong paths, and the ultimate preparation for a massive payout. But what if the great turning point is in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why do certain areas seem blocked even when I try to do everything right? What if every silent sacrifice, every unreturned favor, every time you swallowed your pride, every door that closed in your face, every lonely night, and this constant sensation of giving more than you ever get back are signs of a karmic debt that you have postponed for too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This book is not just a read. It is a revelation created for Taurus, who want to understand the spiritual patterns that have been draining your energy, break the cycles of silent suffering and overgiving, and strengthen your inner foundation to finally receive the harvest you deserve. Many Taurus already feel that they need to change the way they see their blockages, but they haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But pay attention. The access could be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your path without feeling guilty, without sabotaging your own success, and without accepting struggle as your permanent reality. Do not wait for another harvest to pass you by while you hold on to someone else's debt. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the longest season of your suffering might just be the exact foundation for your greatest cosmic payout. If this very first word has already touched something inside you, write, "My harvest is here," down below. Not for me, but because another Taurus who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path of clearing has a map, and it is already within your reach. Placed in the first pinned comment. I will come back to it in a moment, but right now you need to hear what is coming. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages I deliver here every day, nothing at all. And yet, they keep coming out every day for you and for every Taurus who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wants to give back a little of what it received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment, right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount your heart points to. That is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Taurus tomorrow, exactly how it reached you today. I will wait for you there, Taurus. I haven't even told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this cycle has already started to turn, and you are going to recognize at least one. Let everything else fade into the background for just a minute. Notice how your body reacts to what I am about to say now. The universe does not just drop a massive harvest into your lap without making sure you have the capacity to hold it. Before the vault opens, there is a sequence of tests, a deep energetic shift that prepares your reality for what is arriving. You have been feeling this tension, this silent transition, right in your bones. And you have been feeling this shift, even if you did not know what to call it. Your intuition has been trying to warn you that something was changing, but your tired mind kept trying to convince you that it was just more struggle. The weight you feel is not a new burden. It is the friction of the old cycle breaking. The wheel is already turning. There are 4 exact signs that this cosmic payout is knocking on your door, and as I speak, you are going to recognize at least one of them. Think back to that late Tuesday night when you sat entirely alone staring at your bank account or your bills in the quiet of your room. You were recalculating a deficit that wasn't even caused by your own recklessness. You were searching for a mistake that was never yours to begin with. It wasn't poor planning, Taurus. It was the universe testing your resilience before the final payout. You called it a string of bad luck. The universe called it the exact cost of breaking a generational karmic debt. Then there was that quiet Sunday morning in the kitchen. You were making coffee for someone else, taking care of their needs, and suddenly realized they never once asked how you take yours. For some of you, this showed up in a relationship. For others, an ungrateful friendship or a draining workplace. It wasn't you being foolish. It was the karmic debt showing you exactly who couldn't come with you to the harvest. You called it being left behind. The universe called it clearing the soil for a harvest too big to share with the wrong people. And what about the physical toll you have been carrying? That sudden, heavy wave of exhaustion that hit you in the middle of a perfectly normal workday. You were doing exactly what you always do, but you felt an overwhelming urge to just drop everything, walk away, and disappear for a while. It wasn't regular burnout, and it wasn't a failure of your strength. It was your soul feeling the energetic shift of the cycle finally closing. You called it exhaustion. The universe called it the final stretch before the vault opens. Finally, remember that weird, quiet moment in the shower when a memory of a deep betrayal flashed into your mind out of nowhere. You expected the familiar sting, but this time it didn't hurt. It just felt incredibly distant, like a scene from a movie you watched a long time ago. It wasn't a random, intrusive thought. It was the cosmic receipt being stamped as paid in full. You called it wasted time. The universe called it building a foundation strong enough to hold what is coming. These signs have a common origin, and it has a specific name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of clearing, and I'm going to open it right now. Before the name, before the word. Because anyone who carries the heavy burden of an ancient debt needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay here. And this is exactly where the path of clearing opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit you by accident, Taurus. They are the friction of that deep, invisible ache in your shoulders, not from physical work, but from carrying the emotional weight of a debt you didn't create. You have been walking through this life as if a cold voice inside you has always whispered that you must silently sustain everyone else, that you are destined to always work hard, but never truly enjoy the reward for yourself. You look around and see people who do half the work getting twice the results, and you wonder what you're doing wrong. You recalculate your steps, you push harder, you swallow your pride, and yet the door remains closed. But what if this endless delay isn't a sign of failure? What if it is a profound cosmic signal that the universe was actively holding back your harvest until this massive karmic debt was finally cleared from your lineage? I have seen Taurus who were exactly where you are right now. I have looked into the eyes of people who thought they were just fundamentally unlucky, people who were absolutely exhausted from giving their all and getting absolutely nothing back in return. They were on the verge of giving up, convinced that this silent suffering was just their permanent reality. They thought that being the strong one meant they were condemned to be the lonely one. That is, until they finally understood the cosmic mechanics of their own delay. They realized that they were paying a price that was never theirs to pay, and the moment they stopped paying it, everything shifted. The people who took your loyalty for granted. The opportunities that slipped away at the last second. The feeling of paying a toll on a road you didn't even want to walk. You cannot fight a spiritual battle with physical exhaustion. You cannot outwork a karmic block. It was searching for answers to this, searching for a way to break this invisible barrier once and for all, that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This book is the exact key to that heavy iron vault. It goes beyond just explaining your pain. It provides the complete blueprint to claim your harvest, so this cycle of lack never touches you again. It will show you exactly how to understand the spiritual patterns that have been draining your energy, how to finally break the cycles of silent suffering and overgiving, and how to strengthen your inner foundation to receive the massive payout you deserve. You need to understand this right now because the cosmic law of the harvest dictates that a karmic debt can delay your reward, but it can never erase it. The longer the delay, the heavier the payout. But you must be energetically ready to receive it, and this cosmic window does not wait for anyone. Every single day without this path is another day you spend paying a toll for a road you do not belong on. Every month you delay is another massive harvest you accidentally push away, simply because you are still energetically holding on to someone else's debt. You cannot afford to keep bleeding your energy into soil that will never grow your seeds. Every time you ignore this clearing, you subconsciously invite the old cycle to repeat itself. The digital book is in the first pinned comment. Download it right now, while this word is still alive in you, while the recognition is still burning in your chest, because you need the absolute clearing of this karmic debt that only this specific path can map out for you. Do not wait for another cycle to pass you by. Take a deep breath right now. Feel that familiar, heavy tension sitting right between your shoulder blades begin to shift and loosen. The heavy iron vault that has been storing your deferred harvest for all these years is finally unlocking. You can almost hear the deep, metallic click of the gears turning in your favor. But you cannot push that heavy door open if your hands are still desperately clutching the burdens of your past. You have to let the old weight drop to the floor. You have to allow yourself to be entirely empty of their expectations, so you can physically and spiritually hold the massive reward that is coming for you. It is safe to stop carrying them now. The storm is over. And as I had told you earlier, Taurus, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for every message that comes out of here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Taurus tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to. Every gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. What arrives has a shape, and it has a date. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. You have lived for so long under the quiet assumption that you were simply meant to struggle. You watched others plant a single seed and harvest a whole field overnight, while you watered your soil with sweat and tears, only to pull up empty roots. But there is a hidden architecture to this endless delay, a profound spiritual mechanic that you have been blindly operating under. It wasn't poor timing. It wasn't a punishment for your quiet pride, and it certainly wasn't a string of bad luck. It was the cosmic vault of deferred harvest. This is the exact mechanism that has governed the last few years of your life, the invisible force behind every closed door. For years, every tear you shed in private, every unreturned favor you offered, and every silent sacrifice you made when you were already running on empty was a deposit into a heavy iron vault that you simply didn't have the key to open. You thought you were losing time. You thought you were giving your precious energy away to people who would never, ever repay it. But you were not losing anything. Taurus, the cosmic vault of deferred harvest was accumulating compound karmic interest on your behalf. The universe was deliberately holding back your harvest until your internal foundation was strong enough to receive it without losing it, without giving it away out of guilt. And right now, the cosmic window for this massive payout is finally opening. the heavy vault is unlocking, and you need to be energetically prepared to claim what has always been yours. Think of the master builder who spends years laying heavy stones in the thick, freezing mud. He works in the pouring rain, his hands bleeding, his back aching under the impossible weight of the boulders. All around him, other people are dancing, singing, and sleeping in their fragile wooden tents, enjoying the immediate comfort of a quickly built shelter. They look at the builder and wonder why he suffers so much for a house that takes forever to rise. For years, it looks like he is just suffering for nothing, punishing himself for a dream that will never materialize. But the builder knows something the people in the tents do not. He knows the true nature of the soil, and he knows that a shallow, rushed foundation cannot hold a heavy roof. He keeps laying the stones, absorbing the deep exhaustion, letting the cold seep into his bones because he is not building for the sunny days. He is building for the season of the great harvest, knowing that true permanence requires silent sacrifice. And then, the sky finally darkens. When the great storm finally comes, the winds howl and the earth violently shakes. In a single night, the wooden tents are swept away, completely destroyed by the very nature they tried to ignore. But when the morning sun rises, only the stone house stands, warm, impenetrable, and completely unshakable. The builder steps out of his heavy door, completely untouched by the chaos, finally ready to rest in the fortress he paid for with his own sweat. That is exactly where you are right now, Taurus. The storm is over, the house is built, and now it is time to live in it. I saw you recalculating those numbers late at night, searching for a mistake that was never yours. I watched you carry the weight of everyone else's fragile tents while you were silently bleeding to build your own walls. I did not delay your reward to break your spirit. I held it back to ensure that when I finally handed it to you, nothing in this world could ever tear it down. There is a man who carried this exact same exhaustion for nearly a decade. He was the silent pillar for his entire family, the one who always fixed everything, always paid the hidden costs without complaining, and always stood perfectly strong while his own dreams gathered dust in the corner. For years, he lived under the heavy shadow of the cosmic vault of deferred harvest, genuinely believing that his only purpose in this lifetime was to be the unbreakable foundation for everyone else's success. And then, the cycle finally snapped. The shift wasn't loud or chaotic. It started with one person unexpectedly repaying a massive favor, followed rapidly by a sudden career breakthrough that had been stalled and blocked for years. What changed in him was not that he worked harder. What changed was that he stopped fighting the delay, understood that his karmic receipt was fully stamped, and simply opened his empty hands to receive the massive payout. You are still processing this right now, feeling that sudden tight recognition in your chest, a deep warmth spreading through your tired shoulders as you finally realize that none of your suffering was wasted. But the deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. Now that you know the absolute truth about the heavy iron vault and the cosmic delay, you must also understand who you truly became while you were waiting outside of it in the cold. The universe did not just forge a massive reward for you in secret. It simultaneously forged a specific, unbreakable identity within you to ensure you could handle the immense weight of what is arriving. You are not just a tired survivor of this endless delay, you are the master of this new foundation. Throughout this long winter, you became the silent pillar. You are the one who fiercely held everyone else's world together while your own was secretly falling apart, never once demanding applause, expecting a thank you, or even asking for a fleeting moment of help. The silent vulnerability in this is that you slowly learn to equate your entire self-worth with how much heavy weight you could silently bear without breaking. Taurus carries. Taurus sustains. Taurus does not ask. But you are also the patient sower. You continually planted seeds of deep loyalty and genuine love in deeply ungrateful soil, quietly watching others harvest the rich fruits of your labor while you walked away empty-handed. Your vulnerability here is that you almost convinced your own heart that your ultimate cosmic destiny was simply to feed others and gracefully starve. And finally, you became the relentless builder. You kept laying the heavy stones in the freezing rain day after day, even when your hands were bleeding and your spirit was utterly exhausted. Your deepest vulnerability is the ingrained phantom fear that if you ever stop working and just rest, your entire world will instantly collapse. But you are still standing and you know exactly what I am talking about, Taurus. Let your shoulders drop and notice your chest right now. Breathe in and feel that deep, undeniable warmth spreading through your lungs. That warmth has a name, and it is the absolute recognition of your own cosmic strength. You are the pillar, the sower, and the builder all at once, and the cosmic receipt for all your silent sacrifices is finally being handed over to you today. But this identity that has just been declared over you needs to be fiercely sustained, because the Taurus who knows their own worth without knowing the deep mechanics of their own debt will inevitably go back to carrying what is not theirs. It was to anchor this newly claimed identity that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This digital book is the precise map for sustaining this new era of receiving that has just been declared over your life. If you do not actively anchor this new identity, your old habits of overgiving and silent suffering will subconsciously try to creep back in the very next time someone asks for your energy. Do not wait for the phantom weight to return before you learn how to protect your peace. Click the link, download your copy, and learn how to permanently lock the door on the old cycle of lack, so you can finally rest in the beautiful stone house you paid for with your own sweat. I promised I would come back to this. But first, you need to know exactly how this old cycle is going to try to pull you back in, because it will try. I told you the old cycle would try to pull you back in, disguised as your own internal voice. When the heavy iron vault finally opens, the sudden lightness can feel terrifying to a soul used to carrying boulders. There are 3 specific tactics the karmic debt will use to trick you into rejecting your harvest, and you need to be armed for them. The first tactic is the whisper of imposter syndrome. You might wake up feeling peaceful, and immediately a cold thought drops in. This won't last. It will try to convince you this lightness is a temporary illusion. Place your hand over your heart and say aloud, I have already paid for this. It is a stamped cosmic receipt. For some of you, this manifests as a sudden financial clearing, a debt forgiven, or an unexpected payment. For others, it is the return of physical vitality, waking up without that heavy dread. Notice the first piece of good news you get this week, no matter how small, and say aloud, thank you, I accept. This signals to the universe that you are no longer blocking your blessings. The second tactic is the urge to share your harvest with those who did not help you plant. For some of you, this looks like a draining relationship that just naturally fades away without a dramatic fight. For others, it is a workplace environment that you are suddenly forced out of, only to find a much better one days later. When the desperate urge to overgive hits you, physically cross your arms and step backward. When the departure happens, do not chase them, let the door close. You protect the space required for the new harvest to land. The third tactic is the phantom weight. You will feel stressed simply because you aren't stressed. Your body, conditioned to endless survival, will actively search for a problem to fix. But the universe is about to balance the scales. The years of putting everyone else first are translating into a tangible reward, strictly meant for you. When you feel this phantom weight, look directly in the mirror and declare, it is safe to rest now. Clean out one physical space in your home this weekend to make literal room for the new energy. The physical act locks in your cosmic readiness. These 3 weapons protect you from what I was able to show you today. But the karmic cycle has far more layers, far more silent traps than can ever fit in a single video. When the urge to overgive strikes again, when the fear of losing it all tries to paralyze you, when the guilt of finally being happy knocks on your door, you cannot be caught empty-handed. It was exactly to map out what remains hidden in your blind spots that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This digital book is the complete blueprint to claim your harvest, so this cycle of lack never touches you again. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. I am not rushing you. I am warning you. Do not wait for the old cycle to test you without having the map in your hands. This cosmic window is opening now, and it will not stay open forever if you subconsciously keep inviting the old chaos back. Download your copy and secure your foundation. But right now, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. Stop everything else for a moment. Lower your guard just for these next few seconds. You have spent so much time fiercely holding the entire world together that your physical body has actually forgotten what it feels like to just exist without carrying a heavy load. Let your shoulders drop completely. Take one slow, deep breath and let it out. I want you to bring your attention to that familiar, dull tension you always carry right between your shoulder blades. You do not need to fight it or try to push it away anymore. Just feel the absolute quiet exhaustion of being the strong one for far too long. That tightness is the physical memory of a karmic debt you have finally stopped paying, a phantom weight that is already dissolving into the air. Now picture yourself standing in exactly this moment, right in front of a massive ancient iron vault. You reach out your hand, and without any physical effort at all, the heavy iron wheel turns. You hear the deep, echoing click of the ancient lock finally shifting in your favor. Feel the sudden rush of warm, golden air as the heavy door swings completely open. The immense, invisible weight that has been pressing down on your chest for years instantly drops to the floor. Your hands are finally empty, completely unburdened, and perfectly ready to hold the massive harvest that is already pouring out into your reality. It is time to let it all go, Taurus. Release the heavy guilt for finally putting your own peace above their constant demands. Release the deep, paralyzing fear that if you finally relax and expect a reward, everything you have built will suddenly collapse. Release the endless debt of those who happily took your unwavering loyalty for granted and never bothered to pay you back. Release the frantic rush to constantly prove your absolute worth to people who never truly saw your value in the first place. You are no longer bound by the cold, unforgiving cycle of lack. You are the silent pillar, and your immense strength will now only support the structures and the people that actively nurture your spirit. You are the patient sower, and your hands will now only plant precious seeds in soil that is incredibly rich and deeply grateful for your every effort. You are the relentless builder, and from this exact moment forward, you will finally live and rest comfortably in the beautiful, unshakable stone house that you paid for with your own sweat and tears. You are still processing this right now, feeling a profound release finally settling into your chest, a quiet, undeniable certainty that the hardest part of your long journey is over. You can feel the new cycle physically anchoring into your life. Before we seal this profound cosmic shift, write down below the name of someone you are carrying with you through this transition. Or if it is just for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to return to you. I will read it, and you will not write this alone. Do not let go of this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. Your home is now shielded from the energy of those who only come to take. The heavy stones of your effort are finally sealed into an unshakable foundation, and the massive harvest that is already on its way to you is fully protected from any old cycle of lack. I saw how tired you were of always being the strong one, silently absorbing the shock so everyone else could walk smoothly. I watched you swallow your pride and smile through the deep exhaustion, truly believing that your ultimate role in this lifetime was just to sustain others. You thought I was completely ignoring your silent pleas for relief, but I was actually clearing the ground around you, forcefully removing anyone who would eventually try to steal the fruits of your upcoming season. I saw you recalculating those numbers late at night, searching for a mistake that was never yours. I felt the exact weight of that heavy, sinking exhaustion in your bones when you realized how much you were continuously giving and how incredibly little was coming back to you. But I was not punishing you with those closed doors. I was actively closing the specific paths that would have kept you permanently trapped in a cycle of endless servitude. Every time you felt that you were giving more than you were getting, you were actually depositing compound karmic interest into a vault that only you could eventually open. The people who happily took your unwavering loyalty for granted were the final tests to see if you would finally stand up and fiercely claim your own worth. And when you finally stopped trying to force ungrateful soil to bloom, the cosmic lock shifted. I did not delay your reward to break your spirit. I held it back to ensure that when I finally handed it to you, nothing in this world could ever tear it down. The long, silent season of your waiting is permanently over. The karmic debt you inherited has been stamped as paid in full, and the scales are finally balancing strictly in your favor. Open your hands, drop the burdens that are not yours, and prepare to receive exactly what you have earned. The whisper of imposter syndrome ends here. The urge to share your harvest with those who didn't help you plant ends here. The phantom weight of stress trying to convince you that you still need to suffer ends here. Taurus is never late. Taurus is not behind anyone. Taurus arrives right on time. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you recalculating those numbers late at night, searching for a mistake that was never yours. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was released here today is real, and the shift is already happening in your life. But tomorrow morning, that old familiar fear of loss will try to whisper in your ear, and the routine will try to convince you that nothing changed. You need to fiercely sustain what has just been opened. That is why the great secret behind the karmic debt of Taurus is your ultimate companion in this clearing. Available right now in the first pinned comment, this digital book is the precise map for protecting this massive payout, so you don't accidentally give it away tomorrow. Do not wait for tomorrow to steal the clarity you have gained tonight. Secure your foundation now. There are thousands of Taurus listening to this right now, sharing this exact same silent wave of recognition alongside you. You are not walking this path alone anymore. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not to become a number, but because the next message in this series is going to look exactly for those who have already crossed this first threshold. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before a massive financial karmic payout arrives, and why almost every Taurus accidentally ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Taurus, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees. And the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy weight tries to return to your shoulders, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of the karmic debt, and it is already well within your reach. The heavy iron vault is completely open, the storm has passed, and you're warm. Impenetrable stone house is finally ready for you to step inside and rest. Now you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was settled was settled. Walk light, Taurus.